this uncertain and bewildering world of personal computers, the Tandy 2000 stands apart. In power, speed, and graphics, the Tandy 2000 is clearly superior. For service, support, and software, Tandy is clearly superior. Available exclusively at Radio Shack Computer Centers. Compare. You too will immediately recognize Tandy technology, service, and support are clearly superior.
If you don't buy a Tandy, Bruce will get angry. And you wouldn't like him when he's angry. There should be I forgot to put the link for the chat in the Gilded. So hopefully there will be one there in just a moment. Because I can't cut and paste from my laptop for some reason.
I got
it. It's Wednesday again. Good evening. Where am I? There we are. Let me get back up there. And this is Wednesday Night Mouse Party. I'm DM Foss, and with me is Baron SVG. How's it going, Baron?
Is it possible I don't have permission to paste anything in that channel?
Is it not letting you do it?
No. I don't have the option.
Why not?
I can report your content, though.
That doesn't help.
I'm putting it in the overnight show topics.
You've done it before, though.
Well, it won't let me.
Haven't you? I thought you had. I don't know.
Gilded decided I was not worthy.
Well, there'll be one there shortly, one way or another. If you can't do that, then I can type it in there. Just a minute. There we go. Let's see who is out there. We have Bjorn, DJ Play Nice, Frida, G23, Guns and Water, Gizzard Gary.
See, I can comment on your post, but I cannot create one.
Did you not give yourself permission?
I can't. I'm not the server owner.
Oh.
We can change that, though. We'll fix that later.
Got on websites. So were you able to put a link somewhere?
I put it in the show topics channel.
Oh, okay. So there's a link in Gilded in the show topics.
I will mention the overnight crew. There. You just got a notification if you were asleep.
And Guy that comments. Good evening. There we go. How's it going, G-Webs?
Midland, thanks for hosting. Thanks for the link.
Let me do... Where'd it go? There we go. Gunwet Sites has an Indiegogo to procure a sewing machine robot. And there's different perks you can qualify for with different donation amounts.
Yeah, thanks for that video. It's helping a lot. There was like no participation at all, and then I put that video on there, and now I can't. I have to. Soon I'll have to be turning people away for so much participation.
No problem.
But not yet. Participate before.
And the link is out in the side chat.
So this week's we had a poll. Let me.
Uh-oh, that was the wrong button. This week's poll was, what is the worst bracket you've ever seen on YouTube?
I'm not sure what happened there, but I'm back. I went to paste the link for the community tab where the poll is, in case anyone hasn't voted on the poll. And somehow it shot me out of the chat. This is kind of a rough start tonight.
What do you think Gunwater means about the heart thing? Something you can turn off or just random? What is that?
Is that the like give thanks button on videos when you're monetized? You can like donate money to a video.
I don't know. I have seen that too, and it's a big heart in a circle, and it's kind of in the way.
Let me check a big channel.
I've never clicked on it because I've never been sure what it is.
Well, I'm not monetized, so it's probably not a monetized thing if you're seeing it on my channels. Well, I guess it's my one channel is, but the big channel isn't, so it might just be like a favorite thing or something. But I'm not familiar with it, so I guess I haven't seen it. It just puts floating crap on the screen. Are you talking about on a phone? On a phone, they got some kind of floating hearts on Instagram. Do they have something like that on YouTube?
No, it's like a larger than everything else heart that's down around the comments. I think it was.
Yeah, so I'm on CN Arsenal's latest video, and they have a heart button with a $sign in the middle, and it says thanks. So if you wanted to, you could donate money. It's kind of like a super chat, but not for a live event. It's for a video that it's already been posted.
Oh,
So you can donate to that, and you'll get like a super chat comment at the top of the comments.
Oh, okay. So they've added that to make there a way to amplify your comment and to thank the channel, I guess. Again, I'm not monetized, so that's not.
Yeah, it's kind of a recent thing in the last couple months.
I guess I haven't seen it.
So instead of a super chat, it's like a super comment, I guess.
I've seen the thing that said like a thanks button, which I thought was cool because like somebody could watch, like the Coast was talking about zeroing the other day. Like a long time ago, we were sitting around watching a Magpul rifle video. I don't know if anybody remembers seeing these things. Rifle, it was like a long distance rifle, and Travis Haley, who I'm not the biggest fan of, ineptly attempts to tell people how to zero. And I'm like, that took a lot for granted. That assumed we knew a lot of stuff. And that, I don't know what level this is for, but didn't say advanced or like,
So
be aware of stuff. So I made a quick video that's like how to visualize what zeroing is for people that don't get it. Just because growing up, there's people that don't get zeroing. They make it too complicated or whatever. So anyway, when I would make that video a long time ago, it was way before I was a channel or anything. So there's ways for people, it would have been cool for people to be able to go, hey, thanks for that video. Like I learned something or it helped me out or whatever. Like here's some amount of money.
sounds like it does do something similar to the hearts on Instagram, because he's saying it just floats icons. So
Yeah, sorry. That's just some kind of weird Instagram thing. They're trying to act like Instagram. That's just annoying. I don't think I can turn that off. Or if there is, I don't know where to turn it off.
So this week's poll was best movie theme song, and I kind of picked out more orchestral one. Star Wars, the original Star Trek, 1978 Superman. That's kind of what got me thinking about this. Is I YouTube threw a video at me, and it was an orchestra playing that Superman. theme song. Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, and other. Leave a comment.
I was hoping this was going to be the introduction to a songs of the early 1990s bracket. Soundtrack
Crappy
to
emo
the
song.
early 1990s bracket.
Indiana Jones took it with 34%. Star Wars with 32%. I thought Star Wars would take it.
Star Wars is way better.
And other, and we'll look at the comments here in just a second. 17%. Superman, 14%. And that one is probably one of my favorites every time I hear it. I saw it in a theater, and I love that theme song.
Superman?
Yeah, it opens with the trumpets. Da, 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 da. The original Star Trek, 3%. So DJ said Live and Let Die is pretty fucking epic, which, yeah, I like that one too. But Barbecue swayed my vote. Rainbow Connection, which don't think that was used in a movie. But Two Live Moose said Live and Let Die. Tactical Maverick, Angel of the City from the film Cobra, which I had to look that one up. I don't think I've actually ever seen Cobra. It's one that I wanted to see, and I've seen clips from it, and I remember it. I don't think I've actually seen it. And I'll have to say that I went back and looked at that theme. That's awful. It's terrible as 80s music. Rich White said Soundgarden, Live to Rise from the Avengers, or Chris Cornell, You Know My Name from Casino Royale. That was not bad. Tom Payne said, interesting fact, the theme song to Star Trek was actually stolen from a 1930s radio show. They removed the saxophone, and it's exactly same music. Exact same music.
I believe it.
Wow.
I think I was trying to look it up just before the chat, and it might be from what was it? Beyond the Blue Horizon. But I didn't have enough time to really look into it. Where am I? On the wrong page. There we go. Nope. That's right.
I have a question for the audience. Are we allowed to question the audience?
Sure.
It's not an accusation. It's just a request for an explanation. Where does Night Strike show up in this chat, but he's not in Roll Call's chat?
He has good taste.
Yeah, that's he's saying that Star Wars and Indiana Jones are both John Williams. I think the Star Wars might be too, because it sounds like him, his style. And
Yeah, Star Wars, Indiana Jones, and Superman, all
Yeah.
John Williams.
That's
DJ,
what you meant, right? You said Star Wars, Indiana Jones, and Star Wars. Foss. You meant Superman?
yeah. DJ said Rainbow Connection was in the Muppet movie. I remember it from the Muppets, not the movie, but from the. I can't remember if it was
From the
Sesame,
show?
from Sesame Street, or if it was on the Muppets.
It was a very special episode of the Muppets.
Uh-oh. He's getting hate from the Roll Call fans.
Yeah. Sleep through that one. Stay up for this one.
Did my ping wake him up? I probably woke up the whole server.
Night Strike, you have been summoned.
Bing.
So Vanessa Kitty said 2001: A Space Odyssey. Roy Munson, Jurassic
Oh.
Park.
What was the question? Most epic?
No, just best. And then I listed a few, and then left an other so people could put in other ones. And I should have defined it a little more about what I was thinking, but of course I didn't. But that's all right. Two Gun Kitty, the Catnip Outlaw, said Rocky. Woods
There
said
you go.
Raiders. G Webs said, I think I still have the Star Wars record. When I was a kid, my grandma called me and asked me, is this your Star Wars record that somebody left at the house? I said, I told her no, but I'll take it. And so she gave it to me, and it was not Star Wars. It was Jesus Christ Superstar.
Speaking of
musical.
summonings, somebody left the back
Started.
door open.
She started playing that every week, or she started messing with you every weekend. Hey, did you leave this disco record over here? No, you run over there, and it's another church record. You're like, dang it. And then she's like, hey, did you leave this Kenny Rogers, the Gambler record? And you're like, run over there, and it's another church record. Dang it.
So Barron said Indiana Jones. And the goddamn Bacon said anything from the newer Star Wars, from Battlestar Galactica. Fuck you, fight me. So I had to reply, Dirk Benedict is the one true Starbuck.
Ooh, them sign words.
So how's it
Who
going?
would you rather take to dinner? Which
Not Dirk
Starbucks?
Benedict.
I would take Dirk Benedict.
Okay.
Which Battlestar Galactica would you rather take to dinner, you're saying?
No, Starbuck.
Well, whatever. But it doesn't matter.
And Baron, it
If
wasn't the
it's-
ping, it was the set me that woke me up.
If it's in Battlestar
nice.
Galactica, if you get to go on one of them Battlestar Galactica ships, then it doesn't matter because you get to hang on the cool rocket ship. So that's all.
The set me calls to him.
Considering I'm building one, yes.
So what you been up to, Nice Strike?
Home remodeling lately. It's a pain in the ass. That's why I haven't been doing a lot of things other than just YouTube shorts. I haven't had much time to do much else, and I've been exhausted. So I literally fell asleep at 9 this evening, and I just woke up a few minutes ago.
Well, we're happy to have you.
I got a set me, and I saw the weirdest thing carved in the stock. You won't believe it. I posted the comment. We'll see if we can pull it up here.
It wasn't me, I swear.
Does that make any sense to you guys?
No, that's not how that goes at all.
It was carved right in the stock.
It was not carved in the stock.
You have to chant that while you're bump fighting.
Do you have to give your set me blood offering like 1911s, or does it require something else?
No, it doesn't.
I didn't have my pants on, and I was going to charge the set me. And
Oh
that's when
God,
I
no!
realized
Don't
I'd made a
start
mistake.
that. Don't start that. Otherwise, we'll start talking about how you love 9mm.
I just built a 9mm.
It's Shueb's favorite, apparently. See how quiet he got?
So what are you remodeling? I saw you were doing cement mixer.
Yeah, I'm doing well. Problem is this
He's
house
John
was
Wick
built-
and a bunch of guns in the basement.
yeah. No, that's totally what I'm doing. I don't have a basement. It's South Carolina. You dig down 2 or 3 feet, you hit water. No. What I'm doing is I'm building, a sidewalk to accompany the driveway.
Oh, nice.
Because that we've got an area where you can park. The problem is there's no sidewalk to it, so it's kind of a pain in the ass,
Sidewalks
especially when
are
it
for
rains.
suckers.
So you're basically walking in the mud. So
Get a rope. tie a
I'm
rope.
I'm
little
building
bit
I'm
over
building a
people's
sidewalk
heads,
to that
and they
to
can
that
just
parking area.
shimmy the rope across there, and you save a bunch of money in the country.
To- And we're because I have a contractor helping me do this, so I'm not doing all the work myself.
What about a monkey bridge where you put 3 ropes across, 2 for your hands and 1 to like balance on?
It's just the guy that lives in the middle of the desert. Shush.
Saves a lot of money on concrete.
How about monkey
bridge.
swings? You know, like monkey bars. You don't even need to touch the ground.
No, it doesn't work like that either.
You got a welder, right?
Yes, I've got a welder. I'm not going to build that. No.
We put in a little walkway next to the house, but I paid somebody to do it. I didn't feel like digging it out then.
No, I'm doing it myself because it's cheaper. So
Did you invite Rob down, New York
No.
Outcast, and be like, "Hey, come visit"?
no, because Rob's too expensive.
No.
He's got to use that fancy New York concrete.
Yeah, I had to use somebody local because Rob's too expensive.
Do you know what makes the concrete so special in New York? It's the water. Yeah.
I thought it was because it was a jungle, a concrete jungle.
Are you using set me parts to smooth that concrete and set the concrete and whatnot? Mix it.
No, I'm using 9mm parts.
Oh, it's going to fall apart.
So you're doing a brand new set me. What are you doing for furniture?
I'm just gonna slap on the wood furniture it came with the parts kit,
Oh, nice.
and it's already got the rear sight on it. All I got to do is take the disassemble the rear sight on the piece that came with the parts kit, and just put it on the receiver, and it'll honestly I don't have the Picatinny rail on it, and I don't think I want it.
What's the deal with these guns? Are they like AKs where the pattern existed and companies could or factories would produce them in their countries, or is they all come from one place and they were sold to different countries? What's their deal?
The Setme was made by Germans that were escaping Nuremberg, and then at one point they were allowed to go back to West Germany without fear of getting hung, and they went back to West Germany with the Setme plans and made the G3. And then you got your HK91 and your PSG.
So they're made by free Germans fleeing communism, and they made it somewhere else, and then they went back.
They weren't fleeing communism. They were fleeing.
Fleeing
They were
U.S.
fleeing Nuremberg trials, is what they were doing.
They were Nazis.
Oh, okay.
They were Nazis fleeing the U.S. people.
Well, not necessarily. It might have been the U.S., but it might have
So
been
where did they
overzealous
make it in
Russians
Spain
too.
or whatever?
Because
Yeah.
if you look in the history of the Nuremberg trials, the Russians were more zealous about hanging the Nazis and hanging everybody associated with that whole situation than the United States were. The United States were like, we'll do it, but we don't think we needed to hang everyone. But the Russians like, yet must hang everyone.
You know who wanted to kill a bunch of Nazis? The Jews probably wanted to kill a shit ton of Nazis.
Yeah, well, that's primarily why they got Israel.
Does it look like this one?
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of hating Nazis, Indiana
Minus
Jones really hates them.
Though what I'm gonna do is on mine, I've got the barrel I could find has like a 5/8 by 24 thread, and I had to find an adapter that I can put on the barrel and change it to these 15 by 1 because the original Setme flash hider uses 15 by 1 threads instead of 5/8 by 24. Yeah, pain in the ass.
What do you want? It's a Nazi gun.
Yeah, I did not see that coming.
All
So-
these years, I never had any interest in a G3, and I knew the Setme had something to do with the G3, like Origin or something. So I, by association, had no interest in Setme. That's the
Mhm.
first time I ever heard that Origin story, and now I can say that I got even less interest in one.
Do you have any interest in the MP5?
No, I hate those.
Be-
Well, I don't
because
hate
the-
them, but
Because
I like
that's literally they took the G3 and said, okay, now how can we turn this into 9mm? And that's how you
Yeah.
got the MP5.
Exactly.
and
Because
then
they're
later
basically
on,
all the same kind of thing. Just
later on, they took the G3 and said, "Well, everybody's changing to 556. So how can we turn this into 556?" And then you got your HK. What was it? The 33s.
And then a PSG1 is literally just make it longer.
Basically, that was the G3 turned into an HK91, turned into an Olympic rifle.
But just make the barrel longer and put a different stock on it, right?
Put a different stock on a different style pistol grip, more or less. That's it.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, I thought they were interesting for a minute when I was in high school or whatever, and then got less and less interested. I owned a FAL for a minute. I liked the FALs, but then I never had any interest in.
And that's another interesting thing.
That old 308.
The reason the Germans, the reason West Germany never adopted the FAL was because the Belgians refused to let them produce it in Germany. So that's why they took the semi and licensed it and made the G3.
Is that like a legal thing or like a?
Yeah, it was a legal thing. Apparently the Belgians didn't trust the West Germans, even though they were West Germany, not East Germany. They didn't trust them after World War II. Who knew?
That's what I'm saying. Is it a trust thing, like a business thing, or was it like we hate you because you're German?
We hate you because you're German. You invaded our country.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I didn't mind the FAL, but it was so heavy. Such a heavy gun. Didn't you have a FAL? You got rid of it, or you just always like seconds?
No, I don't have a FAL. I've held them. I've had friends that have them. I just don't have one personally myself. I want one though, because I'm kind of leaning towards trying to make like a faux battle rifle collection. So that's why I'm rebuilding the SETME. So I have I have the M14 M1A. I've got the M1 Garand. I want I want my SETME back, and then I can get a FAL and an AR-10 because I'm working on building an AR-10 too. And
price went up.
That way, I have like a battle rifle collection.
Is there a Chinese SETME? Is there a Chinese SETME?
No, but there's a Chinese 45 for you in your future. Wow, you got quiet on that one too.
I don't know what you're even talking about. Is there a 308 Daewoo?
No, I think most Daewoo's were either 760 by 39 or 556. Because Daewoo's were South Korean.
I don't remember seeing.
Yeah, no. Daewoo rifles were they made them in 760 by 39 and they made them in 556 223.
We've got Mandatory Carry and M. Gabriel out there. Good.
What about the
evening.
what was that thing? The Galils. Did any of them get 308?
Yeah, Galils are a different breed. They had them in 308, or 762 by 51 technically.
Are you going to put them in there?
They had them in 762 by 39, and then they make them in 556. It's weird.
Are you going to get one of them?
Maybe. I might be getting one of them. It just all depends on if I can get one at a decent price or if I'm going to have to build one because it's so ridiculously expensive.
What about Foss? You got any interest in 308 battle rifles that he's just talking about there?
Yes and no. It's stuff that I would, there's stuff that I would love to have, but I don't allow myself to collect. So that's why I don't have, I would love to have Garand or Garand.
CMP, cheapest.
I know, and a FAL, or what I would really want is L1A1, the basically British version of the FAL.
You want the inch pattern instead of the metric.
Yeah. And MP5, of course. You know, it's an iconic gun from growing.
Have you shot MP5s like real ones?
No,
And you never take them apart, cleaned it or anything?
no.
That's when I got sick of MP5s. They look cool, they look neat and everything, but as soon as I had to like fiddle with them, I'm like, okay, I'm done with these. Somebody else can have this.
But yeah, there's lots of guns like that I would love to have if I was collecting, but I don't allow myself to collect.
Look, remember, my style of collecting is if I can't shoot them, I don't want them in my safe.
So are you gonna dress up when you shoot your set me?
I might, but I'm not going to dress up in any sort of yeah. I don't know where I can find 1970s Spanish camo.
There's not people that are making modern versions of it.
I don't think so.
I will say, Voss, if you want a battle rifle, you can't go wrong with the AR-10.
No, AR-10's good.
You mentioned the people that might be looking for the link in the wrong place, that the link is in the wrong place.
It's just the problem is the AR-10 I kind of wanted was the BRN, the Brownells BRN. What was it? AR-10, or was it the 10 and S or something like that? Where basically they had the charging handle, like it was supposed to be in the
Inside the carry handle.
Up on top.
Yeah, they apparently they discontinued those. They're not making any more of those. So
Yep.
I can't do that. So what I'm probably just going to do is just build a PSA 308, be done with it.
I am building an AR-10. It'll probably just be 308, which is all right. It's
you just don't like 308. Admit it.
I don't have a problem with 308. It's just I would prefer something different.
It's too it's boring.
Yeah, something that's that like the 6.5 Grendel. That's why I have a 6.5 Grendel, because it's not the one that everybody has. It's not Creedmoor. But there's not a lot of options for AR-10s. It's not like an AR-15 where anything you can think of, somebody's making it for an AR-15.
Well, not anything. I kind of wanted an AR-15 and like 30 carbine, and I was a little late to the game on that one.
Oh, I saw a video. I'd have to go back and see if I can find it again. But it's a pistol in 30 carbine.
Yeah, auto mag.
Yeah.
I looked at one of those and I was like, I want one of those, but I don't want one at the prices they're going at.
They don't feed good.
That's the other problem.
At least that's the reputation they have.
But for an AR,
carbine too.
If I had money, I would love to go with what was it? That was a 375 Bishop. They make an upper, but it's like $2,000 for the AR.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like the 50 BMG upper on my AR-15, but again, it's like $2,000.
The Safety Harbor one.
Yeah, I'd get the one from Walter.
Yeah, just for an upper. That's the most I've ever spent on a gun, period. And it was a full gun.
Yeah, their complete gun is $3,000.
I mean, if you want to do it, you probably could. It's just, ouch.
Yeah.
That's a lot of guns.
Yeah, and it's, expensive ammo, but, it's not something that I would shoot all the time, so I wouldn't really care. Well, I can't say I wouldn't care, because every time I had to buy ammunition, but I'm willing to pay more for stuff that I don't shoot a lot. So
my gun shop was trying to sell me a 50 BMG bolt action. I was like,
Mm.
There was a shop around here that they had a couple of them. I think they were both Barretts. They were about 1,200. I think
This
if I
was
remember.
$19,000, but
Whoa.
it came with a case. So
Oh, it came with a case. Yeah.
he's like, "We got layaway." Yeah, sure, man.
Well, the Setme came with a fabric case.
It did.
So
How much are magazines for those now? For like ever, those were like $3 magazine.
No idea in Washington.
no idea in Washington either.
That set me use like an aluminum. Like
You
super
can use
camera
G3
magazine.
mags in the Setme, so it doesn't matter. You can still get G3 mags fairly cheap.
Let me check HK surplus. Do you want to make a bet? What are they going for?
Probably $4 or $5, between $4 and $8, I'd say.
Okay, for excellent quality G3 HK 91 mags, two with a mag pouch, it's $22.95
Ouch for one.
I've seen
for
them.
2 mags.
I've seen them cheaper elsewhere. So.
But these are excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's your definition of excellent?
It looks like you could eat off it.
Yeah, I don't buy it.
You could taste the German engineering.
That's a lot better than my P30 mags. Those are like $45 a piece.
Yeah, how much are AR-10 10 rounders? Like $25 a mag.
Or my M14 mags, $40 a mag.
That's why I usually, like, instead of buying 2 guns, I'll buy 1 gun and then spend the same amount of money on mags. So just have a shitload of them. Then you don't have to worry about buying more.
Well,
But I have
what
been
I was-
known to make poor decisions.
What I was getting at, Baron, is if you look around, you can find better prices. Like I just looked, and I can get used surplus G3 mags, aluminum magazine, very good condition, $7.99.
Okay. Do they ship to Washington?
Probably not.
Damn. What about Yankee Sister?
Well,
I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole, and the fact that you even mentioned it makes me question your sanity.
I was gonna say Oregon has the same problem as Washington, but they have a stay.
Mhm.
Well, the
Lucky
problem with-
bastards.
Oregon's got more problems than you could shake a stick at, considering 30 counties want to leave and join Idaho.
Same in Washington. Half the state wants to leave.
Well, that's been a thing. Cascadia has been a thing
Since
for a
the
while.
80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with Oregon, all those counties have almost voted to go and join Idaho, and Idaho's like, yeah, sure, come and join us. We don't care.
Yeah, it'll never happen.
Yeah, well,
Did you ever think
that's because Oregon won't vote to let them leave. That's why.
Yeah, they'll never give up. Even if they don't want the
Because
people,
for
they
something
won't
like
give
that
up
to
the
happen,
land.
both states have to vote and agree on it, and then the counties can leave if they want. But the factor is, if the home state doesn't vote on it and says no, then there's nothing those counties can do.
Well, I
Those counties-
think
the people in those counties get screwed over.
the federal government also has to approve it.
No, federal government doesn't have to prove it.
So there has to
When's
be
the
a
last time
vote
it happened?
in Congress.
Civil
It is-
War.
It hasn't actually. This kind of thing where counties leaving hasn't happened before. But there is a method for it, apparently, because of the Civil War.
Is it rising up and killing the federal government?
No, apparently.
Is that the
it's
method?
not. No, it's not. No.
Okay.
Sadly.
what happened?
I'll just
during
double
Civil
check.
War? What happened?
But it may include G-Webs having to adopt 9mm to happen. See, you got quiet there again.
Yeah, because I have no idea what you're talking about, and that's how you answered me. Oh, you're talking about seceding from the country.
Not
From the state.
country, from a state.
So according to
How did West Virginia and North Dakota and all those crazy ass states happen?
According to Wikipedia, in 1941, counties in southern Oregon joined counties of northern California to secede from the state of Jefferson.
Yeah, look how well that turned out.
That's odd. Hey, maybe we can solve G23's problems. We can ask Portland to join Washington. Then they don't have to deal with that anymore.
Yeah, good luck there.
If you cut a
Portland
trench,
loves Washington. What are you talking about?
if you cut a trench around Portland, doesn't that become another state then? The island of Portlandia?
Well, it's right on the border. It's just divided by a river between Vancouver and Portland.
That's what
Right,
I mean.
Foss?
All you gotta do is cut the edge off there, and then it's its own island.
Yep.
In 1984, Rhode Island almost had an island secede because the state would not allow them to ban mopeds. But eventually the state allowed them to ban mopeds.
Guy that comments, if you got the money, all your ammo should be in mags, 2,000 rounds per caliber per gun.
Minimum.
I don't know if I could afford to load all my mags, honestly. That's not a joke. That's a lot of loading.
That's a 401k.
Yeah. Foss knows what I'm talking about. He's seen the stack, right?
Yeah. I don't have that much. I'm down around maybe not even 1,000 for everything. 1,000 for the stuff that I shoot, and then less on the ones that I just have because they're fun.
Yeah, I don't have 1,000 round in some caliber because of how expensive the calibers are. But like, it's getting a little harder to find, 30 carbines. So I've only got about 400 rounds of that right now.
My gun shop can't even get it in.
Also,
So you're responsible to be under 1,000 rounds for each gun. So you should have stopped shooting them.
You shush. And 5.7, I'm waiting for PSA to come back in stock for some of that 5.7 ammo because I'm not paying $44 a box for it.
Here's an easy rule of thumb. Just put a 0 at the end. So if it's 22, have 220 rounds. If it's 5.7, have 570 rounds. If it's 45, have 450 rounds. Done. If it's a 9, put a negative in front of it.
Well, don't you didn't you make the mistake of buying 9mm guns?
Know thy enemy.
Aha.
What's your least hated 9mm gun?
They use either Mac 10, decent 9mm.
There you go.
You don't like the Uzi?
What?
You don't like the Uzi, so you have to get the Mac 10 instead?
I just said the Uzi or the Mac 11.
Yeah, either one.
Basically anything open bolt.
Oh, that's it.
No, not anything. I'm not the biggest fan of the techs. I mean, they're neat, but they're not my favorite
I
guns.
like the Tech 9.
I really like Macs, like the wrapped sheet metal. I've always been a fan of sheet metal things like that.
You did a magnet of one of them, didn't you? Which one was it?
Yeah, the 10. I took a 10 apart one time and took a
Mag
picture of
10.
it.
Well, G23 is hitting the sack. Have a good one, G23.
All right.
Have a good night. Rest up.
What if he gets a Roomba and lets that thing suck on him while he's sleeping? Just trying to save him money.
It'd probably be. I was thinking vacuum sealer rather than a Roomba, because a Roomba will want to move around.
Does a Roomba have a brush?
Yeah.
Feel
Yeah.
good.
Might want to disable that. That'd probably hurt.
It's a soft
For a
brush.
little while, then it'll start to hurt. Then it'll.
It's not a hard brush. It's a soft brush.
You ever seen what a Roomba does when it runs over dog shit?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
No.
have.
No.
I haven't had it happen. We have a Roomba. But when I was researching before we got a Roomba, there was I read an article, a guy that was talking about that. And he made a map of the route that the Roomba took once it ran over the dog crap.
Wow.
Did it like write "fuck you" in the carpet and shit?
And I was friend of mine. I think it was him. He was telling me that he had somebody else he knew that the Roomba did that, and it seemed like the Roomba kept going over to the dog crap.
It knew it was still dirty. Need to clean it.
The Roombas are kind of freaky because I swear it follows me around the house. If it's in the front room when I come home, it comes over to the door. When I come home, if I go to the bathroom, it works its way over, starts banging on the door.
Well, it probably just goes everywhere, and it's going to eventually be where you're at.
Yeah, but I've taken it, like when I'm sitting at the computer, it'll be hitting the chair, and I've taken it more than once and thrown it across the room, and it'll come back and start banging the chair again.
What if you just go up to it and just whisper threats to it?
Well,
Or
I put googly eyes and a smiley mouth on mine. It used to have little arms I made out of pipe cleaners, but it kept tearing off when I'd rub up against something.
Next time it comes up, try to sell it something. Get some Tupperware or something and try to sell it Tupperware. Maybe they'll leave it.
Ask it to join my church.
Should we talk about ammo inflation?
That's what I was just reading that comment.
I don't think I ever say you have to have a minimum amount. I just personally like to have all my carry mag. Like if I'm going to carry like a 6 and a plate carrier, I want to be able to reload that if I go to the range. So 500 minimum. I guess I just set a minimum.
you can get 500. Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty reasonable.
I'm usually around 800-ish.
Yeah.
And I'll go up to Cabela's every, once a month-ish and try to pick up something. Last few times I've gone, I'll pick up, either 30-06 or some double-aught buck. And then partly I started doing that just to see what they had. This is when ammo got really scarce. I'd go up just to see what was there, how much was there, and try and get something. But so I don't stockpile, but I'll try and pick up a couple boxes of something while I'm up there.
You haven't bought anything in bulk since before 2020.
I don't think I have either.
It would be nice to go to town and pick up a can of ammo, though. Gun shop had span cams of 7.62 by 39 when I was there today. It was tempting.
I don't know. I'll usually only spend maybe like $60, so I'll get like 4 boxes of usually a couple different things.
I need more 7.62 by 39. Should probably buy a spam cam.
I got a dumb question. Why do they always ban the guns but not the ammo? Like, why don't they just ban 7.62 by 39 in Washington?
You're asking for logic from idiots that don't know they're back from their front.
Well,
I think they're not actually dumb. I think they're
No,
calculated.
they have
Yeah,
to be.
they're either calculated or they don't care. They don't need to win. They want their goal is to have the game to bleed the cow, right?
Mhm.
They're not trying to kill the cow or eat the steak. They're trying to bleed the cow or milk the cow. So that's their goal, right? To just keep the thing going. There's always going to be a victim that they can exploit. There's always going to be someone who wants to retain their rights. So their goal isn't to end anything. If they wanted to end violence, they would go to mitigating causes of violence. If they wanted to end gun deaths, they'd go after suicide. So they don't care. They want the game to keep going.
Why did I give them ideas? Maybe I'm evil. I mean, I am a toad. You never know.
Yeah, you need to stop that. Shame on you.
I still think
You see, there's the
that
problem.
Indian
You're
reservations
thinking-
should be able to bypass state gun laws. They can't bypass federal, but they can bypass state.
Guns Barbecue is woken up. Good morning. Evening for us, morning for you, I guess.
I only have 2 thumbs. He has a 6th thumb. You have to go to the place that it's not supposed to be, and that's where it is supposed to be.
It's
I
not
will-
on Discord. It's in
Go to the one under it.
I will direct
Never
message
will.
it to them.
The bold one under it has the link.
Baron will send you a link.
Yep.
Barbecue.
Send.
Beware.
Things were a little discombobulated to start the chat.
I delete the previous one, and I just have one comment in my DM with him. It's just the new link every time. So he doesn't have to hunt for it. Yeah, I was looking through a list of all the gun laws for all the Indian reservations throughout the United States, and a lot of them don't have any gun laws at all. They might have like,
They got
if you
a
want to conceal
history
carry, you
of-
have to have a concealed carry license. That's their only gun law.
Most people I know of that origin have no interest in gun laws from this country.
Yep.
You know, they played that game for 120 something odd years and didn't like it.
Yeah. Speaking of gun laws, did you hear what's
Mhm.
going on here in South Carolina?
We did not.
You're going to secede
No, not
He's
yet.
rising up.
South
Not
Carolina?
yet.
Then?
Not yet. We're getting there. No. Yesterday they voted on the constitutional carry in the House, and it was 90 yeses and 30 noes.
Nice.
Really?
Good.
In the House, and then what? It has to go to the Senate still?
It has to go to the Senate, so it's probably going to die in the Senate, like it does, like most bills do in South Carolina. So
I got a dumb question.
You could do something about that.
Why does a state need a House and a Senate?
I
I
don't
understand
know.
why the country does.
And his unicamera.
For the same reason.
Yeah,
So that
well,
companies don't get overwhelmed by states
got a
don't get
counter
overwhelmed by
question to
cities and
that,
counties. get
Baron.
represented.
why do some states not have a House and a Senate and only have one legislative body like Nebraska?
Because they're
There you
based
go.
off of France.
Well,
And
I mean,
there are
And
no
because with
dumb,
Nebraska, they make
There was
they make
English
you run
law and there
through
was
twice
France
in
law.
order to
And
get a
some
bill
people went to
through.
France law.
there are no dumb questions, just dumb people.
ouch.
There are no dumb questions, just people that shoot 9mm.
Well, Foss shoots 9mm, so I guess that counts.
I do. I carried it today.
I did too, actually.
I also carried 380 today.
I wouldn't torture myself like that.
How's Bit doing?
He's got a bad taste in his mouth. He doesn't like what he's hearing.
He didn't like being put on camera.
Because he just woke up.
He's tired.
Because Gary carried a 22 mag today.
So last show, we
Mhm.
recommended a couple of different shows. Nero Wolf and Maddox. Maddox?
Yeah.
I watched Maddox and I've been watching Nero Wolf.
Yeah, the other one that I mentioned, Ellery Queen,
That one I haven't been able to find.
that's Timothy Hutton's dad is in that one.
Oh, so the guy who was in the one show, his dad was in the other show?
Yeah,
So that's why he's in the one show.
might be.
Well, of
Is
course.
Maddox a Western?
No.
No.
It's essentially Rockford Files if Rockford Files worked for a giant computer company for one season and then didn't.
What am I thinking of?
Maddox, did you remember watching the first season of Maddox? Anyone? This
No,
is the
not
first
me.
season of Maddox. You better watch it or I'm going to smack you in the face. And then he smacks the guy in the face. It's amazing. It's like super violent show. I think it's hilarious. And tons of muscle cars. And they're constantly smacking people in the face and threatening to smack each other in the face. It's the kind of show where like the Flintstones made parodies of it, I think, or like we need a plot point where this person leaves us alone, so they just go up and knock them in the head with a revolver and they faint for 15 minutes or whatever. It's like that era of TV. Like, I don't know if everybody remembers that, but like in Westerns, you would just knock somebody over the head with a revolver and they'd be out for however long the plot needed them to be out of unconscious or whatever.
I like it when they like hit you over the head with a bar stool and they pretend like they didn't just murder you, that guy.
Yeah, exactly. Like he'll wake up in a little bit. And there's no blood.
We fractured his skull, but don't worry, he'll be fine.
So were you thinking of McLeod?
What was the one with James Garner? He was the gambler.
Rockford Files. Oh no, that's
The Western.
Matt. No, not Matlock. Something like Matlock though.
I think it started with an M.
Maverick.
Maverick. Yeah.
Maverick. That was it.
It was all right. There's like 100 Mavericks. I found one on my private movie theater, and then it turns out like I got the lame it's sort of like the second Battlestar Galactica. I got like the lame 80s version after the good one came out earlier. So Maverick isn't just Rockford Files. It's like 3 other people. Rockford Files Maverick was in it for the first season, and then it's like his brother is another guy, and then it's like their cousin is a third guy, and then the real Rockford Files guy comes back. So that's a series of different actors in that show, I guess. But I haven't seen any of it. I've only seen that one 1980s version.
Welcome to the show, Guns and Barbecue.
He woke up.
Good evening, everybody.
So what's your favorite movie theme song?
That'd be directed at you, Barbecue.
He doesn't like movies or theme songs.
Hold on, let me go.
I'm
get
trying to
my
think. That's a tough one.
20 counts.
I really enjoy the music in Braveheart. The theme song from Serenity I enjoy. I don't know. I've never really put that much thought into it though. So I guess since I mentioned those two, something, one of the theme songs from those, I guess.
That was this week's poll. I had put Star Wars, Star Trek, the 78 Superman, Indiana Jones, and then an other category.
I'm going to say Danny Elfman's Batman theme from Michael Keaton, Tim Burton version.
Well,
That's classic.
We're gonna go 80s. Then you know what? The Back to the Future theme.
You know that guy's going to be Batman again?
Yeah, I saw the trailer. It looks pretty good. Yeah. I'm sure it's going to be terrible, though.
So.
That's how it works, right? Good trailer, bad movie.
Yeah.
There was
nowadays.
There was a South Park. I don't know if it was done by South Park, but it was on the internet where they do Star Wars. I think it was a Phantom Menace, and it's the sister, Kyle's sister, not Kyle. Stan's sister. And she breaks it up, tells them you're going to get sued, and then they play the music, and I think I might be mixing up stuff.
It might have been the fan stuff they were doing.
But then they say, well, you can't use the music, so they use a Danny Elfman version of the music instead. Who, for those who don't know, Danny Elfman was in Oingo Boingo. He was the guitarist for Oingo Boingo.
Which is
80s music.
Yay, 80s music. The pug is not amused.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if they canned the Flash just like they did Batgirl? And Michael Keaton's like, I've been Batman 4 times. You're only gonna see the first 2. That would suck, wouldn't it? You come back, you exercise, you get in shape. You're like, I'm going to be Batman again. And then they're like, your movie sucks so bad, no one's allowed to see it. It's like, shit.
You get all in shape or whatever as an old person so that you can reprise your role or whatever. And then they get on set and then they're like, okay, go to makeup because you look too young. Make yourself look, let's put them in makeup like look old.
Put him in a fat suit.
Yeah, put you in a fat suit. Too thin.
Get his wheelchair out of the props.
Yeah, we don't want you saying anything. Just wear this mask.
How old is he, by the way? Not that I'm being ageist. It's just like Harrison Ford broke his leg playing Han Solo, and he's
older
walking
than
down a ramp.
Older than a set me or younger than a Fal?
I can't imagine playing Batman at 70 years old. Yeah, that's crazy.
That is younger than Biden.
He is younger than Biden. He's got more.
How much would you pay to see Biden in a bat suit swinging around?
What job did Biden have when Michael Keaton was being born? Was he already like some kind of weird intern or something? Yeah.
He's been in government since Vietnam.
What was Biden infringing on when Michael Keaton was being born? Michael Keaton, who's 71 years old.
I don't know.
He was already infringing on this many guns.
By the way, to answer Baron's question, what would you pay to see Biden swinging around in a Batman costume? Mm-hmm. I feel like there's probably Secret Service agents that are like, I'd pay nothing. I get paid to see that.
Ooh.
Ouch.
I swear I saw him getting out of a plane today on the news, and he tripped again.
Did he say who was Batman?
That was
Could we get him an escalator?
That was in Ukraine. He was busy
Yeah.
dodging bullets going back up in Ukraine.
I was gonna say probably sniper fire.
Yeah.
Whatever. Going upstairs all the damn time by yourself. It's no big deal. Follow her. It's probably a pain in the ass.
I've
walking
tripped
down the stairs.
up an escalator. That hurt.
Oh man, it's like a cheese grater.
Oh yeah.
You think with the billions and zillions of dollars that Air Force One has, that thing can't be an escalator taking people up there? They're going to make people climb up all them fucking stairs. Setting them up to fail.
One of those
And they
things
can
like
have a
the
cool
chair
elevator
lifts on
or
a
something.
stair for old people. You can install one of those.
Yeah, like that chair where you just sit on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be a cool curly cue anyway. It shouldn't be a stupid incline. Whatever. It should be something cool.
We can put some like flags on it and tassels and make it all fancy.
Yeah, but then you have to watch for gremlins because they'll launch you out of it.
Oh yeah.
Is it too early to ask about the bracket tonight? The bracket's going to be tonight. What the theme of the bracket is for tonight?
We're gonna have a top 10 worst bracket.
Oh man, I've got like 3 in there. Then this is exciting. I've got a good chance to win.
Turns out brackets are hard to do.
Best
Who would've thought?
camouflage pattern.
Brackets aren't hard to do.
And then when you make a bracket, everybody thinks they could have done it better, but nobody ever does it.
Last time I tried to do a bracket, Baron said no. He did not want to do any more brackets.
I got PTSD from brackets.
Greater.
Yeah.
I'm still having flashbacks.
PTBD. Post.
I wake up in the middle of the night and I start talking about pizza toppings and sprinkles.
And semis.
Yeah, you just triggered me when you said set me. I'm having a flashback right now.
Not my fault. Actually, no. It might be my fault.
It probably is, yeah. In other news, we won't be doing brackets anymore.
Practice for what?
Brackets.
Best ice cream toppings.
Ooh.
I don't know. Other than I don't really like toppings on ice cream.
Me
How
either.
about
I mean, it's not bad sometimes, but overall, I just eat my vanilla ice cream with nothing on it, and it's fine.
Well, it's because you spent a lot of time in prison.
I did.
You know, with this
I
president.
was often there longer than the inmates.
That's what I'm saying. So you just got used to it. What about like chocolate sauce? Come on. What do you think chocolate sauce was invented for?
Ugh, good God, that's disgusting.
what about the shell? You know, you can buy the chocolate shell.
That chocolate
But if you don't think
for the
about how
shell
it's
is awful.
Yeah, if you don't think about the plastic they put in it to make it happen, then it's probably pretty good. I like.
I thought it was just like coconut oil and chocolate.
It's probably some kind of a plastic that doesn't kill you right away. Just makes you want to buy more of it.
I thought it just made you shit your pants. Maybe that's the ice cream. I don't
It's
know.
some kind of chocolate polymer.
Oh, it should have made your poop come out with a shell on it.
Well, only once it cools down. Other than like if I get a sundae from Dairy Queen, and I'll usually just get the strawberry sundae.
Yeah, like the peanut one from Dairy Queen with the peanuts and the chocolate. You don't like that one? Nobody likes that one? No one that likes that one?
The Blizzard?
You talking
No,
about the
no.
peanut buster?
Peanut butter, parfait, whatever. I don't like ordering it because I don't like saying parfait, but I like eating it.
I just say parfait.
Yeah, exactly.
See, I'm fighting for the liberation of cows, so I don't eat ice cream.
Oh, there's hardly any in Dairy Queen. It's mostly Queen.
So tell us more about how you love Shannon Watts there, Baron.
Is that too soon?
No,
They
she's
finally figured out
retired
who I
now.
am.
You know, we got rid of Pelosi. She's leaving. We got rid of Shannon Watts.
Einstein's
She's
giving up
leaving.
too.
And Feinstein's out of here. Who's next? Is that a trifecta, or are we going to lose Clinton? Oh no! You know who else we got is Obama's wife. You think she's going to have a political career? Michelle Obama.
No, I don't think so.
So then,
I don't think she's likable
yeah,
enough.
I don't know. We heard about it, I think, with Hillary when she was running, but there was women at the time of Hillary, like that I think would be Feinstein and the others who are like, I don't want to say the first ladies in politics, but some of, like that first, one of the first waves of females in politics. And so many of them were like Marxist or socialist or whatever you want to call the ists that they are. So with them being gone, isn't that an opportunity for like different type of politicians to fill the good voids? Ones that aren't a bunch of like 1960s, 70s ists, whatever kind of ists they were, socialists or Marxists.
Kind of the third wave feminists.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that Chelsea Clinton didn't run.
But wouldn't you think that after seeing everything that her parents went through, she'd be like, no effing way. I already got $1 billion. She's got tons of money. What does she need to do all that for?
She's like, I saw what they went through. They taught me everything they know except how to hide bodies. I don't think I'm cut out for this job. Gosh.
Ooh, should I tell the rumor about Washington, or should I wait till we have solid news?
Rumors are fun.
Tell the rumor. It's fun.
What rumor?
Well, I heard a rumor from a credible source who claims he has a credible source, saying that the Washington House is going to put the assault weapon ban on the floor for a vote late this week or early next.
All right, that's not a fun rumor.
No. So contact your reps.
That was about as fun as the magazine ban. So
They got a mag ban in the assault weapon ban. They're trying to take us down to 7 rounds.
what are they? 1911 owners?
I don't know. Name a fun gun with 7 rounds that's a rifle.
1911 with a stock?
There you go. 1911 with the stock and a long barrel.
Those are going to come back into style.
High point carbine.
Well,
It is the 20s, so
they're already in style in England because that's all they can have.
What about that new one from Henry?
the Homesteader.
Yeah, is that a 10 or is that 7?
That takes Glock mags, I think.
Oh, okay.
Everyone's going to end up using pump action shotguns again in Washington in the next 20 years.
Unless your deers are wearing Kevlar vests up there, I don't see why you need more than one shot.
I put my guns and gadget hat on. Sorry.
Well, that reminds me of being up at one of the sessions, and we're talking about the 10 round before they passed the 10 round.
Mm-hmm.
Back when they were trying to make it 12 rounds, because they're trying to. Exactly what they said was they're trying to find a number that would make everybody happy, a compromise. And 12 rounds was what they thought would be a good compromise. And now they're talking 7.
Yeah.
Next time it'll be 5.
And then
Here's an idea, Red Team. Stop compromising.
And then they'll leave you with 1, and then they'll say, you know what? You don't even need that 1.
Well,
Just beat them with it.
I don't know if there was much compromise because for the 10 round, when they changed it from 12 back to 10, mm-hmm. and got the most comments about it ever, and then the Democrats ignored everybody and passed what they wanted to pass because they have the majority.
Yeah, they have a supermajority. They don't need to get a single Republican vote here. They can lose Democratic votes and still pass it.
Yeah.
And last year when we did the Mag Man and we said, oh, if you pass this, we're going to vote you all out. And guess what happened?
No.
We voted more in because conservatives left the state. So we're fighting an uphill battle here. I'm Mr. Doom.
So are industries leaving or just individual voters?
I don't.
Did airplanes leave or computers leave? I don't know what your industries were. Wood.
Well,
Boeing left.
Some
right?
of Boeing left, but that was years ago.
Yeah, they came here.
They came there because of you.
No, they came to South Carolina
Hey,
because
for the Setmees.
they came to South Carolina because it was too expensive in Washington.
It was the Boeing wanted tax breaks, and the state said no, and Boeing said, "Well, we're gonna leave if we don't get these," and the state said no, so Boeing took moved a big chunk of their operation down to South Carolina.
You still got Microsoft there?
Yeah.
Yep. We got Nintendo
Yeah.
too.
Nintendo.
Yep.
Wow.
Nintendo.
I thought that was in Japan.
There's still a Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo's here. It's Nintendo USA. But yeah, they make games here.
Like just designing the games, or actually like the physical copies of the games that you buy in the store?
No idea. I just
It
know.
started when Nintendo USA started. They were beta testers, so they would test the games here, and I'm not sure. That was back in the '80s,
Mhm.
so I'm not sure how it's changed over the years.
We got
And
Amazon here.
Yeah.
For now.
You gonna steal them too? You can fucking take them. I don't care.
I don't want them.
Who wants Amazon? Make Portland its own state and give them Amazon.
We keep getting bigger and bigger Amazon warehouses, I guess. I think you can take stuff from the LA, put it on a train, drag it to Tucson, and then Tucson is the customs for it. Right? So I think we got that going for us here.
We have Costco too.
Oh shit! I didn't know they started here.
Yeah, that's why it's Kirkland brand, because they started in Kirkland.
Oh, I just figured it was like there's multiple Kirklands.
Yeah, I worked for them for, I don't know, 4 hours. Went through orientation and realized it would take me years to get back to what I was already making. So,
Isn't that fun to just walk out of a job on the first day? Be like, yeah.
well,
Yeah,
I
make it work.
did. I went through the whole orientation and then happened to run into the guy that hired me while I was working at my other job, and told him, "Hey, I can't do that. It just take too long to get back to what I'm making." And he said he understood, and they mailed me a check for $50. I didn't even ask for the money because I felt bad for quitting, but legally they had to pay me.
You know, it's funny. You know, if you didn't show up and get the check, or like, let's say you ripped it up, legally they have to send it to the state, and the state holds it, and they know that there's a guy by your name that has a check for $50.
Yeah, in Washington, you can look up to see if the state is holding money for you.
Yep.
I forget the website, but I've looked it up before, and nothing for me, but I found stuff for family members or friends.
Yeah, I tried that, and they told me I owed people money, so don't use it.
Yeah,
Like, how much
earlier.
money does this guy got coming? And they're like, that guy owes this many people money. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll tell him. Thanks for letting me know. I'll let him know.
Yeah, early last year, I got a thing in the mail saying that I was owed like $450. I'm like, what in the world is this? And it says that I've got like 30 days to respond. I'm thinking it's a scam, but I was like, I'm going to call this number just to see. And so I call, and they're like, yeah, it's from like 3 years ago. And if you don't claim it in the next 30 days, the state gets it. I was like, the heck with that. I don't even remember what the heck it was for, but it was like I said, $430. And I'm like, hold on. So this has been just sitting out there in the ethers for 3 years, apparently. And you guys just contact me now. And if I don't claim it in 30 days, the state gets it. Like, how the heck's that work? Why wasn't I contacted 3 years ago when this happened?
I've seen that happen with disability, Social Security, disability insurance, whatever that's called.
Yeah.
Because let's say that your job is to do something, and then one of the things that happens is you send money out to people, and your job is to do something, right? But it isn't to check up on some lady, some guy, right? Your job is to do whatever you were doing. Just that in the course of that, you had to send some money to somebody. So now that person decides, oh, I'm not going to be there to take that money. So now what are you supposed to do? So that's where I think it's like you get a big enough entity that's doing something like cable television or, you know, something that isn't, let's monitor a bunch of people instead, right? They're just doing something. And now a bunch of people are owed money. That's where I think what happens is they just go, let's put all this in a pile. And then here, I guess your job is to tell the people that it's about to expire that their money's about to expire. And if they show up, great. If they don't, oh, well, they haven't been here for 8 years. So what's the, you know, we have to go through this legal procedure. I suspect it's something like that, man. They're just, you know, if you're running a company to do cable television, you're not going to have like a department of 70 people to worry about all the people that are refusing to take back their $50. You know what I mean?
There's people too who would look up to see, you know, amounts that people would get, and then contact them as a third party and trying to get like a finder fee.
Oh yeah, for sure, right? So they would just wait until it's like, oh, you got 5 minutes left, because nobody's going to worry about it when they got 5 years left. They're going to think it's a scam, maybe.
Well, that's the thing, because there was a third party company that had contacted me, and they're like, we're holding this for you, but if you don't claim it this time, which I'm like, well, then how much are you guys actually getting out of this when it gets turned over to the state? Because then it makes it sound as if they are acting as a liaison for the state to contact me and the whole 9 yards, which then I was like, kind of makes sense why you guys wait until I've got 30 days left, because what are the odds that people just throw this away thinking, like I thought, that it's probably a scam, or they don't even open it at all, just go, oh, that's junk mail, don't know what the heck that is. And, you know, so then since they send out the notice that, oh, well, 30 days expired, you know, they get their cut, the state gets the rest. And
So Baron, not Baron. Who am I talking to? Barbecue? You? With the Q? What you got coming up?
ooh, I have nothing really. I've got a show tomorrow at 11 p.m. Don't know what we're going to talk about. I planned on talking about something today. Wasn't even sure what I'd talk about today, but then I was going down that rabbit hole of looking for that photo, and then that show just spiraled into whatever it was. So, yeah, nothing worth noting. Thanks for the invite, as always. Thanks for hiding it and making the blind guy play hide and seek. It's my favorite game. I am a world champ, also world champ at Marco Polo, but you know, not to toot my own horn here or anything.
I've heard that.
But you guys did win tonight. Baron, thank you as usual for sending the link. I just figured out tonight how to check messages that are in Discord, so that was win-win. So thank you.
Yeah, I forgot. Well, first I forgot to schedule a chat, and then I forgot to post the link for the chat in the Discord, or not Discord, in the Gilded. And then when I realized I'm on the laptop, which I can't, for some reason, I can't cut and paste from my laptop to Gilded. So then it kind of became a thing, because then for some reason Baron doesn't have permissions that he should have.
Did you try Shift Insert instead of Control V?
No.
Sometimes that works.
I'm not an insertion master, so I'll.
Well, it's your problem.
No
Your
shit,
problem.
that does work. I didn't know that one.
I'll insert, but I'm not shift inserting for nobody.
Well, that's your problem.
I don't do any of those hotkey thingies. I right click on whatever I have highlighted to copy and paste. I look for where it says copy, and then I go and right click again wherever I want to paste it, and I paste it.
Yeah, there's two ways of inserting. There's Control V, or there's Shift Insert.
I feel like what I just said is a third way.
That's the third way. Yes.
But you said there's only two. You're discrediting me, Night Strike. I don't
There's two
appreciate this.
hotkeys. That's not a hotkey. That's your mouse.
But you said there's two ways to insert. You never said two ways to hotkey.
You want to go on semantics? Okay, fine.
Yeah, I'm
I think we just
retweeting you right now.
confirmed that
I
Night
am
Strike is
retweeting you right now.
binary and
semantics at 3
barbecue is
a.m.
non-binary.
That was great, Baron.
So Night Strike.
No,
What you got
No.
going on?
no,
No.
just no.
He's doing drywall and concrete work, he said.
Yes, that drywall is actually next. Thank you, G.
When he goes to sleep, he's got elves to come out and build a set me.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be a while.
So is there anything you want to plug?
No, not particularly.
Oh, okay.
If you plug in the cement mixer, it's a lot easier than using a shovel.
Well,
Is that like plugging in a sewing machine?
ouch.
By the way, did Mike break the third wall by calling G-Webs Pete?
Let's do this then.
GunTube.org is a video hosting website with a streaming feature. Created by Night Strike One, a man with a dream to protect the rights to share gun-related content, GunTube.org is free to use.
Everyone, GunTube, you should go check it out.
If you are frustrated by the limitations imposed by other video sharing sites, check out GunTube.org.
Go ahead, go over to the GunTube. Shut up, you infringe!
Might want to take those videos of me out of there. That'd be fine.
Why? I saw nothing wrong.
That's the problem. You saw nothing.
Don't worry,
Got
nobody's
what?
watching.
Gun websites. Would you like to plug anything?
Thanks for the links and thanks for hosting. I think the way that you were able to condense Night Strike's long diatribe about all the different reasons why you should go to GunTube into those efficient sections were pretty good. Skillfully done.
Well, as I've said before, the key to good communication is brevity.
But thanks everybody for the help with getting the word out about the robot. Yep, that is a crowdfunding project. Everybody's been more than gracious in their support and their participation in getting the word out. It is a social type thing where you never know who's going to be interested in it or share it to the person who is. So it's all about kind of getting it out there. And the ulterior motive is that when necessary, we're exercising that skill set of just getting information around. So I know it's selfish for me to be doing it, but I'm still going to say it's that is a skill set that we're exercising here. So thanks for doing it. I appreciate you doing it for my project.
Baron, anything you want to plug?
I'm building an AK, and I'm not going to show anyone.
You could show it on guntube.org.
I could.
So this weekend is an overnight weekend, which I don't know what we're going to talk about.
AKs.
Set me's.
AR-10s.
I don't know. We could talk battle rifles.
30 cal rifles. There you go. And then we can do 300 blackout.
AR-10 challenge.
Ooh.
Yeah, we could do that.
I just got done building a 300 blackout.
30 caliber bracket.
Yep. 30
Say
cal
what?
bracket.
Is that
That's
too
got a
much
ring to
caliber for you, G?
I'm just saying it's a decent caliber. Is there 30 calibers for the bracket?
Ooh.
Yeah, there's 30 crack, there's 30 carbine.
I'm gonna say
there's
surely there is. It's just
30 out
the idea.
6,
That's a
there's
big bracket.
308, there's 7.62 by 39.
It's too big a bore for some people, I guess. I can
300
understand
Win
that it's-
Mag.
That
300
30
Win Mag.
bracket would be too big a bore. I get you. I hear what you're saying.
30 carbine.
And there's a link for the Gilded server in the description. It's a place to hang out, chit chat, share memes, pictures within reason. Oh, god damn it.
Bruce Banner's really fucking pissed.
Yeah. So at the bottom of the screen, there's a link. And if you watch this in replay, leave a comment. Anything we talked about, think we got right, think we got wrong, think we left out, let me know. I always read the comments, and they're always appreciated.
Yes.
So other than that, anything I'm leaving out?
We really need to record that for the intro so we can stop forgetting.
Yeah. Thank you to everybody that's been on the panel and those who've been out in the chat, watching, commenting. Appreciate everybody, and I hope everybody has a good night.